No Maggie 2-minute noodles, please. No 2-minute noodles. We're web series. We like it,
Yeah. Also, I think, I mean, we're all different age groups here. So I think it also really depends on where you're at in life, and
Yes.
then your preferences kind of change.
My first sex tour I was taken to was with a co-actor, and she was a woman. I won't mention. But she took me to a sex tour. The first time in my life. Obviously didn't buy anything, but I was taken to a sex tour with my co-actor. No, as in we weren't.
And
Just
who
let
is this
people know
co-actor?
it wasn't me.
They were, It was about just like 10, 12 years.
I think it was also possibly maybe even like the first and last time we did it, because obviously there's curiosity, and then you pick the one friend's house whose parents are not going to be in, and then everybody gets excited and whatever. I think we must have watched about 15 minutes of it before the maid came in, saw what we were watching, and ran out screaming, "Madam, madam!" and that put an end to pretty much everything else. If I had to pick a place that I would like to, like the wildest place that I'd like to, I would say in space. I now think is actually quite an option, because it's happening soon. If I can book myself a seat, and obviously a significant other a seat as well, on like one of these Elon Musk or whatever flight shuttle things. So, it'll put a new spin on the Mile High, maybe a couple of miles high. It must be dirty, Kunal.
Yeah, look at me. I'm so clean.
What would yours be?
No, but I didn't say mud wrestling with Kunal. Mine would be mud wrestling.
Romantic. All the way.
Good to have this no filter family.
Yes.
We enjoyed every bit of the trailer. I mean, Lara, what a superb mom that you are. Prateik, incredible. Splendid job, Shinnova. What an amazing family this is. And this is, in fact, the kind of family that we need in 2021. It's no filter family. You can discuss anything with them. And which is why we're going to be having a very no filter talk with all of you. We invited all your fans to ask some interesting questions around sex, love making, all sorts of things, that your show would, in fact, would be dealing with. So are we all ready for that? It's a quick thing that you want to
bring it on.
Okay, right. So the first question that comes to you is that, what do you look like and sound like when sex feels good for you?
What do I look like? Hopefully, I'm not looking at myself in a mirror, because that would be a little bit weird. Whatever floats anybody else's boat, that's fine. You might have to ask my partner rather than me. What do I sound like? Well, it depends on the moment and what is going on. While it'll sound like what it's meant to sound like, depending on what's going on.
Prateik, Shinnova, Kunal, what's it for you?
I might sound like a gym bro, making grunting sounds. Maybe I think that's when I know I'm
satisfied.
I'm satisfied, and I'm doing it the right way. When I'm grunting like a gym bro.
Shinnova,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. How do I mean, what?
There's supposed to be no filter.
I didn't want no filter.
Yes.
What I sound like?
Well, I think I'll go with something similar to what Lara said. Depends on the time, depends on the place, depends on the moment.
True. Have you guys ever?
It's not standard one sound song.
Right. Have you guys ever shopped for sex toys?
No.
I've been
India?
I've been sex toys.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one. In my show, it is there.
I have to tell you about this. I've been taking my first sex tour I was taken to was with a co-actor, and she was a woman. I won't mention. But she took me to a sex tour the first time in my life. Obviously didn't buy anything, but I was taken to a sex tour with my co-actor. No, as in we weren't.
And
Just
who
let
is this
people know
co-actor?
it wasn't me.
They were, It was about like 10, 12 years.
Okay. Have you guys ever been caught while watching porn? ये तो हुआ होगा. ये तो हुआ.
Yes.
Yeah. Lara?
Yeah, I think it was in school or something like that. I think it was also possibly maybe even like the first and last time we did it, because obviously there's curiosity, and then you pick the one friend's house whose parents are not going to be in, and then everybody's very excited and whatever. I think we must have watched about 15 minutes of it before the maid came and saw what we were watching and ran out screaming, "Madam, madam!" and that put an end to pretty much everything else.
Oh God, Kunal,
mine was a funny story because it was on a VCR and the tape got stuck.
Oh.
And then we tried everything to get the tape out. By which time my friend's dad came home, and then he saw the tape, but we didn't get the tape back. I wonder why.
Oh.
So I guess Uncle kept the tape.
It showed in public interest. Right. Suggest the wildest place you would want to hook up with your special someone, or you have hooked up with that someone special.
Beach.
Wildest place.
On the beach under a.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Yeah, beach, moonlit, full moonlit night, beach, and a palm tree, not a straight one, but coming toward, like, bending. Like a slanting towards the ground.
Oh.
It was a painting. It was literally a painting.
Okay.
But that's not a strange place, Prateik. That's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I wanted to get to the wildest place. I mean, how would that be wild?
That's a beautiful place. Yeah.
Lara, Shinnova, Kunal?
Well, if I had to pick a place that I would like to, like the wildest place that I'd like to, I would say in space. I now think is actually quite an option because it's happening soon. If I can book myself a seat, and obviously a significant other a seat as well, on like one of these Elon Musk or whatever flight shuttle things. So, it'll put a new spin on the mile high, maybe a couple of miles high.
Right.
I think space is a great idea.
Space, me too, yeah.
And I wonder, like, is there no gravity? Like, that would be fun, right? Like,
that would be difficult. That's going to be difficult, but fun. That's going to be difficult, but fun. No gravity.
And your dirtiest sexual fantasy, what's it? Who would begin first?
Shinnova.
This is just not good. What is the fantasy? I've never done.
Dirtiest.
I think role playing I've never tried. Probably maybe that.
That's not dirty.
Very thanda.
That's not dirty.
What is dirty? What example of dirty?
I don't know. I think
Mine would be a mud wrestling fantasy. I think that would get literally quite dirty.
I think I would become Mr. Grey.
Okay, so that's also role playing.
50 Shades of Grey. Was it?
50 Shades of Grey.
But that is very grand.
Okay.
I would turn into Mr. Grey for a night.
Lara, Kunal, do you want to add to that?
I'm saying I would just take it very literally.
Mud wrestling.
Yeah, mud wrestling.
Have you guys ever tried?
I'm a cleanliness freak. While I like the idea of mud wrestling, I'll never be able to go through with it.
It must be dirty, Kunal.
Yeah, look at me. I'm so clean.
What would yours be?
No, but I didn't say mud wrestling with Kunal. Mine would be mud wrestling.
Okay, next question.
Yes. Have you guys ever used food for foreplay? Or do you ever want to use that? Food items?
Food is foreplay for me. Food is foreplay for me.
Ooh, yeah, pretty much. But yes, yeah, whipped cream and stuff, chocolate sauce and stuff. Yeah.
All right.
We just live through Prateik. We just, yeah.
Okay. You guys like it?
It's fun. Yeah, it's, I guess. It'll be fun.
Okay.
It is.
What works for you, rough or romantic? For each one of you. Lara.
Romantic.
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 All the way.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be a groupie now and just be a groupie and say romantic. But,
no, but you
know what is actually.
But Prats, you like this whole wrestling thingy, no? Instagram is filled with wrestling and the fighting thing and all. So,
so yeah, maybe a mash of everything.
Okay. Quickie or marathon rest session? What works for you?
No Maggie 2-minute noodles, please. No 2-minute noodles. We're web series. We like it,
Yeah. Also, I think, I mean, we're all different age groups here. So I think it also really depends on where you're at in life, and then your preferences kind of change.
Yes.
Right. And the last question. What's the best thing about your sex life? Should we begin with Prateik? Okay. That's where the eyes are.
Best thing that it exists. That's the best thing. that it actually exists.
Lara, you want to go next?
I don't know, consistency.
Right, consistency. Shinnova, Kunal?
To have a sex life because right now it's not going on.
I'm going to pick exists and consistency. I think that's a good one.
We watch the series, each character sort of, stands out for these very beautiful traits, that are out for us to see in the trailer. So if you had to sort of, give an advice, like if Lara, you had to give an advice to your own character, what would that be? What would it be for you, Prateik and Shinnova? What advice would you want to give?
I like this question too.
Shinnova, first.
Are you saying something?
Lara, I'll go then.
If I had to give Vasu advice, so honestly, I would say actually Vasu's taught me something myself. I think Vasu has a very innocent is not the word, but I would say she has a very optimistic curiosity around her, and and I think Vasu has possibly taught me that. Even at 40, you need to give yourself a chance. You need to give yourself the opportunity to kind of grow. You need to get out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there. So I think that's what this character has left me with. But if I had to give her any advice, I would possibly tell Vasu to get up in the morning and fill some water so she could just have a bath. I mean, you'll understand this when you see the show. But yeah, just don't depend on her brother. It ain't going to happen. Or her daughter, completely useless people in her life. Just get up and do it yourself. That's the only way to get it done.
Prateik.
Me? I think my advice to Akhil would be to have an open mind about love in relationships and to learn how to forgive family and accept that they too were learning on the job when they had us, and so yeah, to be more forgiving, more open-minded about love and relationships, and not to become complacent just because you've hit it big in your professional life. Keep at it. Stay the course. Just keep at it. And don't take anything for granted.
This is a lot of advice.
Yes.
What is this? You're going into a therapy session with him.
Definitely.
I think I would say, just don't run away from the situations like all the time, and have some clarity yourself when she's advising her mother, but she herself is quite confused.
And change your boyfriend.
Change your boyfriend.
It's changing, I'm sure.
My quick advice to all three of them, since I know all three of them well, so my advice to her character would be that look at your mom through your own eyes and not your grandma's eyes. My advice to Akhil would be don't force love, let it happen. And my advice to Vasu would be don't get scared, take the leap of faith and enjoy your life. You have much more than you think you have.
Wow, that's a beautiful way.
Like as Govinda said, kya cheez ho tum khud tumhe malum nahi.
Thank you so much, guys, for taking time out to speak to us. This was a lovely session. Thank you so much for your time.